Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and have a good day everyone. Okay guys, how are you today? Yeah, I hope you are all doing well and in the good condition. First of all, I want to thank everyone for taking the time to join me this afternoon. I want to ask everyone a question before I start speaking about our title. Are you familiar with the words of the Prophet Muhammad? Anyone who witness everything should stop it with their hand, and if they are unable to, then prevent it with their tongue. If that doesn't work, then stop it with their heart. In that case, that is the weakest faith. Today, we will discuss about how we can prevent ourselves from doing bad things in our life. Based on this hadith, we are all aware that the best moral person is the one who has the purest religion. So today we will go through 3 techniques to prevent ourselves from doing bad things in our life.
As the starter of our discussion, I will talk about one of the way we can prevent ourselves from doing bad things in our life, which is through the sunnah prayer. The sunnah prayer is the prayer of Muslim other than their fardu prayer. There are many types of sunnah prayer. One of them is 2 rakaat after Maghrib prayer. For those that have done the sunnah prayer before, if you can, try to increase the quantity of your sunnah prayer. And for those that didn't even start a single sunnah prayer before, you can start to do it now. I advise you to hurry to do it because the first step is the hardest step in everything we do. Is including in the process of the sunnah prayer. If you did ever start doing the sunnah prayer, you will never know what is the meaning of the sunnah prayer to your little life. The other step will be this. Based from Muslim religious book Quran, the God Allah say, the prayer prevent from abominable and evil deed. The sunnah prayer is like a big protection barrier that protect us from inside and outside. But the strength of the prayer is based by our faith. So, the more the sunnah prayer we do, the more the strength of our faith and our prayer. Then, the way for us to encourage people in increasing their sunnah prayer is by disclose the meaning and benefit of the sunnah prayer to them. One of the benefit of sunnah prayer is the God Allah will give us a reward that will guide us to the heaven in afterlife. Life in the heaven is the best outcome for all the good people. This is why I say the increase of the sunnah prayer will prevent ourselves from doing bad things in our life. That's all from me.
Hey, the word friend, do you know what it means? Don't know, let me tell you. Friend is a person who with us when our life is good or hard, give assistance, be a supporter. But sometimes some of our friends can be our enemy and will betray us for any time. Therefore, we must find valuable friend that are good friend. There's a many benefit when we have a good friend. One of which can prevent us from doing evil. How can good friend prevent us from doing evil? Straight to the point. A good friend should scold us when we make a mistake or when we want to do the evil. They will provide and advise us to change and not do the mistake again. Besides, a good friend will invite us to do a good thing. For example, inviting us to mosque and pray there. How wonderful it will be if we have many good friends. The word of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the parable of the person who will befriend the pious and the person who will befriend wicked is like a perfume seller and the welder. Indeed, you will get a fragrance from the perfume seller, where you buy it or not. From the blacksmith, you will feel that hot or your clothes, and you will get unpleasant smell. According to the hadith, we can see that even if we only friend with good people, eventually we will be a goodness. Vice versa, if we make friend with a bad people, eventually we become a bad. The conclusion we can get is we must be friend with a good people and never friend with a bad people. May we be keep away from bad thing. That's all from me. Thank you. As we know, there are many ways that can prevent us from doing such bad things. For example, stealing and killing. This is worst thing and can make other people hate it. And of course, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala forbids it in Islam. So, as a Muslim, we need to do the good deeds to get pleasure from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. For example, doing donation and doing sunnah prayer. Besides that, all Muslims should trust ihsan in themselves. Okay, what is ihsan? Ihsan is to worship Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala as if you see Him, and if you do not see Him, He sees you. So we need to be aware of our actions before doing something. So we need to be aware of our actions because Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala see our actions every time. Nevertheless, if we do many bad things, do not give up and do not despair of God's mercy. So we need to repent and regret from all what we have done towards Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. In fact, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala really loves to all surgeons and all His creatures, going back to Him after a long time doing sins. In Holy Quran, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala said, if you do good, you do good for yourself, and if you do evil, you do it for yourself. Surah Al-Isra, verse 7. The one quote also said, do good for others, it will come back to you in unexpected ways. Briefly, that all Muslims need to avoid the bad things and doing the good deeds to get pleasure from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, because every actions are judged by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala.
Lastly, for the conclusions, we must know every religion has forbids people from doing the bad things. Especially in Islam, every bad thing has been taught by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and law in Islam, and taught us how to avoid it. It is explained in detail inside Quran and Hadith, so we as human can learn and follow what is described into our life. This was very important for us to make sure we can live in harmonious situation. In the book of Riyadus Salihin have one hadith from Jabir ibn Abdullah radhiyallahu anhu. He said, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, indeed the most person I love amongst you and who will sit closer to me in the day of resurrection is the person with the best moral, and indeed the most person I hate amongst you and who will sit the furthest from me in the day of resurrection is the person who like to do the bad things. This hadith show that was very important for us to avoid ourselves from doing the bad things, because we all want the good ending. As a Muslim, to sit closer to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and being person who loved by him is the one of the biggest reward for ourselves. So let's be together in avoiding ourselves from doing the bad things. Hopefully the knowledge what we share can help us.